Okay, now that all of that is over with our new baby being added in, the Wesley family has just welcomed baby Jason, and that gave us our last infant we needed for the community park. However, we still cannot, I need to scoot that up. That's going to drive me crazy that it's not centered. Anyway, we still cannot build the community park because the first thing that has to be built in Willow Creek is the community garden. So while we can do it and we're ready, we can't until the community garden is done. So let's look at the family we're going to be talking about today. The Wilson family started out with Jeremiah and his daughter India. Jeremiah is going to work on the angling ace, so he is all about fishing and gardening, and flowing right into that is cooking. And then India wants to be a best-selling author. She is a teen right now, and so she's working on baking, writing, and video gaming. The first time that I played their house, Jeremiah really wanted to get into a relationship with someone. India was trying to meet people when she was at school, and Jeremiah was out looking for someone to date. Well, he found her. Here's Nancy. Nancy got pregnant before she even moved in our house, and she had baby Nathaniel. So now the Wilson family is Jeremiah, Nancy, India, and Nathaniel. Jeremiah, as you can see, is halfway through the angling ace. He is 40% through fishing and gardening and 20% in cooking. India is 25% through the best-selling author. She's 20% baking, 60% writing, and 20% video gaming. So then Nancy joins the family, and she really wants to be a painter. So I immediately get her working on painting and fishing, or that it will be what she's working on. We needed another person that was working on fishing because we need 3 to unlock the fishing spot. And then I haven't been able to figure out what her third thing should be, her third skill that she's going to work on. So we will see what happens. Maybe there's something that she wants to do more than other things. I was trying to think of something creative that went with painting, like maybe she could knit or she could work on the cross stitch or something like that. Just something in the creative vein, but we'll have to see because she may just want to do like logic or something. So we're just holding off on Nancy, but we're about to go play this new little family all together. India's mom is no longer in the picture. We can decide what happened to her and how Jeremiah and India ended up together alone in this world. But that's where we're starting off now. We have Nancy here, who is sad about what? She's having a bad time because of her preferences, but we don't know what the preference is. Probably because she's watching the news and maybe she doesn't care about the news. See if I can find that. How does it say Nancy has 3 children? Okay, well, 2 of them are for Nathaniel, but one of them is not. So now I'm a little concerned. She's not married, is she? Is she married? Y'all, she's married. And she has a teenage son. And she moved in with us and had baby Nathaniel. Wow. Okay. Nancy may actually need to go. She has a whole family. And maybe we are the diversion that she needed for just a little bit. And she's got to go back home to her family. I have no idea. We'll just wait and see. She's generous and a music lover and paranoid. Okay. Well, right now she's hungry, so we're going to let her eat a baked potato. But then we have Jeremiah, who is out here grilling. They have this in their backyard. Here is their covered place. I put grass on the top of it. I just thought that would be cute. But here's their little garden area out here, and right out beside his house is where he fishes all the time. It looks like he can also dig and look for frogs and maybe even harvest strawberries, but probably not in the summer. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's out of season. So anyway, this is their little outside area of their house. Let's look at the whole thing. I love it. The red roof and the bricks. I got it from the gallery. And then I changed some of the stuff on the inside just to make it a little bit more mine. But I left most of what was there already. And then we have India. This is her bedroom right here. She has kind of a large room. It was made more for a kid. And I gave her a little desk where she could work on her writing. And that's it. And then we have baby Nathaniel, who's over here. So I think maybe Nancy is not even going to be in our family. So maybe I don't need to worry about what she wants to do or doesn't want to do or whatever. She really likes Jeremiah. And let's see, Jeremiah really likes her. But it could also be that he just wanted a baby a lot. And now he has Nathaniel, and maybe he does not need Nancy anymore. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. But anyway, there's Nancy and the Wilson family. So Friday morning, we find Jeremiah fishing, India writing a book, and Nancy taking care of the baby. It was a holiday that day, so there was no school, and India was able to finish her book. And did I mention that Jeremiah likes to fish? Friday afternoon, India publishes her book. Nancy decides to take up gemology after finding a cool desk in Jeremiah's room. We have a lot of crystals, so I decided to make things that would be useful to our family. Then it was all hands on deck to take care of Nathaniel, with everyone pitching in. India also decided to invite over a cute guy from school. Kenichi came right over. India had made oatmeal cookies that seemed to be a big hit. We ended Friday night with India and Kenichi feeling fun and flirty with each other. India even got her first kiss before he left. Early Saturday morning, India was up and writing another book. While she was working, Kenichi came over and asked her to prom. She said yes, and they had a little hug and a chat with him. Everyone was then up, and Nancy decided to try making some jewelry for India. Maybe she's trying to get on her good side. Jeremiah went back to fishing. Then I remembered that Nancy's aspiration is actually painting, so I got her an easel, and India finished another book. Jeremiah did more fishing and finished an aspiration level. He's not letting the thunderstorms bother him. Nancy was painting and India was writing, and it was just a perfect Saturday. Jeremiah then caught a cowberry plant, and he knew that one of the neighbors needed it, so he ran across the street and gifted it to Emily. Nancy finished another piece of jewelry, and it went out to the charger, and she immediately started on another one. That's when I remembered that without a high school, prom is just outside in a thunderstorm. They still had a good time and took some cute pics in the photo booth. Kenichi got prom jester, while Haley got prom royalty. Overall, it was a wet and stormy prom. Sunday morning, and Jeremiah was still fishing and gardening. India finished another book. Nathaniel became an infant, and he is sunny. He still doesn't have a room, but I created a little space for him in the living room. After going through lots of options and giving Nathaniel a lot of outfits, we needed a new family picture. Since Jeremiah loves gardening, Nancy decides to give him a seed-shaped gem and see what happens. While she's working on that, India is having a great time with Nathaniel. Jeremiah hits the garden and then goes straight to fishing. India gets to wear her new jewelry and can't wait to start a new book. Just as I remembered that Nancy made a seed for Jeremiah, he actually caught a seed-shaped gem and decided to plant them both, then go right back to fishing. Nancy works on more jewelry, India finishes another book, and plays some video games with her friends. Just as Sunday is coming to a close, India is taking care of Nathaniel, and Jeremy and Nancy sneak away to see about making another baby. Nancy finds out she's pregnant as I'm about to leave the Wilsons' house. Then I notice the crystal trees, and Jeremiah heads out to go fishing again. So I showed you that this is what the Wilson family looked like at the beginning of my time with them, and this is what it looks like now at the end. Little Nathaniel has grown up. We know that Nancy's pregnant, even though you can't tell. Jeremiah is so close to finishing the angling ace. He's 70% fishing, 50% gardening, and 30% cooking. India is only 38% through the best-selling author because she's stuck on the one right now where she has to write 5 excellent books. And that, I think she's on 4 so far. She's written 4. But she has level 3 baking, or 30% of the way through baking, 80% through writing, and 30% through video gaming. Nancy has not done any of her painting aspiration. Yes, that could have been my fault because I got sidetracked by gemology, which I have added in here. So she's got 10% painting, 20% fishing, which I need to get her out there fishing. I forgot that I needed her to be one of our people who maxes out the fishing skills. So I've got to get her out there fishing. And then 40% on gemology. If you know about the Build-A-World and the way it was set up and the way it works is it was finished in the early 2020s. The spreadsheet that we're working off of right now are the rules. And so we're having to come up for our own rules for any skills or aspirations or anything that came after that point. So if any of you guys, number one, know of an up-to-date rule book or PDF or whatever about this, I would love to know about it. Also, if you guys are playing it or you're familiar with the way the rules work and you want to help me come up with some for the new skills and aspirations, I would love to chat about that as well. But this is where we will leave our little Wilson family and we will meet up with them next time we get there. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.